Jacob all here. Hi. Okay. So I've seen a lot of stuff going around the interwebs, and everyone's mounting a Packout to everything. And the other day I saw a Packoderm with a Packout on it. So it was like a Packoderm, or a Packout Derm, or a Dermapack. But yeah, I was doing some dunes in Michigan, which I haven't uploaded the videos of that, but that was pretty sweet. The Packout stayed fine in the truck. It was the stuff that wasn't in the Packout that I had a problem with. And I even brought one of my crate caps, or sorry, one of my Packout crates, and didn't put a crate cap on it, so everything that was in the crate popped out, but everything that was under the crate was fine. So, mounting Packouts. I want to go into that, and I want to do a quick, let's see what happens, right? So, say for example you want to mount this Packout. I showed you those steel brackets, and they're definitely one way to do it. They're extremely strong, and in fact when I was up at Silver Lake Dunes, I saw a UTV that had one of the brackets in it, and it had a Packout cooler and an ammo can. And that is definitely the way to go. Nate, built by Nate, he was talking about a boat that he was doing, and he was putting some of the taller ones in it. And when you mount these Packouts without the metal plate, you use this grid system, especially because it's in the center, right? So if you think about it, right here is your center point, and this is where it pivots on, so it's your moment of inertia, right, is right here. And if you can imagine, since it's so close to the center, it doesn't grab it as well. But you'd be surprised how strong they are, and that's sort of what I want to basically test. And I have a piece of plywood, okay, and I have a drill, and I have some parts, and I'm going to, on this, not live, but I'm not going to edit, I'm going to install this. I'll beep out the cussing, but I've got some screws, and I'll show you everything I'm using, and I'll tell you where I got it from, and we'll be good to go. So, what I'm going to do, I've got this guy. I need my assistant. She's going to bring me the Kaizen brackets. Thank you, Vanna. So this is 2 sets. And these brackets are HDPE, and they allow you to mount either 2 brackets or a double Packout, and you can see here. Okay, you got 1, you got 2. Let me try to show that a little better. All right, or if you're doing a single, this, you only need 1. Okay, there's another method to mount these, and it's an Electron Smith's design that I print, and I printed these. Thank you, Vanna. I printed these in solid PETG. Okay, and these use the same premise as you can see here. They go in there, and in fact, if you've all been watching my videos, over there, I've had a Packout crate mounted for I don't know how long, no problem, and that's just into a little piece of 1/4-inch plywood. So I don't stand in that, but it's definitely strong enough. So I've had these out, been printing these from Ben for years now, a year, no problems. And these are just PETG. They're not even CNC'd. So you'd be surprised what these can hold, and these plastic ones hold up fine. But I'm going to show you how well they hold up. In fact, this is a brand new Packout. Thank you, Ohio Power Tool, for sponsoring this Packout. Thank you, Kaizen Foam. I'm going to mount this Packout, and then I'm going to take Vanna White over here, and I'm going to hang her from a ceiling. And we're going to see how strong this bracket really is. Okay, so to mount this, there's a clasp and everything. But what I like to do, first thing to do is put it in the Packout. And on the Kaizen one, you can see there's a whole bunch of holes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to line it up here. Okay, and then I'm going to go with pencil. I'm going to mark where my bracket is. I'm going to put it in the center so that she has a better chance of not falling. Okay. We're going to draw that, and we're going to say that looks good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna mount them all, right? So we give it every chance. Got some of these spec screws. His bracket is nice. Kaizen's bracket's nice. I'll tell you why it's nice. I mean, I like mine, slash ones that Ben's design. But these you have to do a little bit more fancy footwork to line these up. Whereas these ones, right, it's on. Now what I do want to do is I want to install a latch so she doesn't just go sliding off into nowhere land. Right? Because I don't want anyone reporting me to PETA. And yes, I said PETA because these kids of mine, man, they are crazy. So what I'm going to do, I brought out some double-sided sticky tape, and this is just a piece of carpet tape. So yes, my daughter is going to be hanging from a piece of carpet tape. No, I'm kidding. So I'm just going to take a piece of this tape and I'm going to glob it onto the bottom. All this stuff is such a pain in the butt sometimes. Okay, bracket tape. Just going to place it on a spot. This stuff is nice. I got this idea from Ben. Big surprise, right? Because it's thin, and you can imagine it's meant for carpet. Now, there is the right way to hold this. Okay, so side note, these GoPro 9s that have the front screens, how do you keep the screen on? Because it keeps going off and I can't see what I'm doing. So, double-sided sticky tape, slide. What we're gonna do is take the pack out. We're gonna put it in the bracket. We're gonna hold it up. We're gonna get it lined up. We're gonna slide it in. And then we're just gonna push down. And then I pop the bracket out. Okay, now, hopefully you can see that. Right, it's lined up. So now, I can come in. Drop a couple screws in. Okay, back out. Okay, so now I've got a 2 by 4 foot sheet, right? You can all see that, okay? Good. Okay, let's move this. Okay, so now, let's make sure we can see what we're about to. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other brackets, okay? These brackets. And these go on a similar way. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide them into the pack out. Okay, you see? And then we're going to take our double-sided sticky tape. I don't know why I like to say double-sided sticky tape, but double-sided sticky tape sounds very therapeutic. Okay, so I'm going to separate my 2 pieces. I'm going to place it on the bracket there. And did I screw this one up? Because if I did, it's fine. I got tons of it. Okay. Okay, so tape on the brackets, right? And then basically I'll do the same thing. Peel the tape off. Okay. Tape, brackets. Alright, so I push down, and then what I like to do, I give it a little slide while I push. So I'm pushing down, but keeping the brackets seated. It's a DeWalt bit. Okay, so now it's locked in, but I don't have my own printed latch. So here, you saw that it was new. So let's go ahead and use another Kaizen latch. Because we don't want Julia to fall, right, Julia?
No, we don't.
I said we don't want Julia to fall.
Yeah, we don't want you to fall.
She wants to fall, she said.
No, I don't. I don't want to fall. I want to not.
I want to live.
Yes, I want to live.
The rain. Okay, let's try it. Locks in. Okay, we have latches too. They work a little differently, but the general same idea. All right, Julia, you need the ladder. Get your own device. Okay. Howdy. So, here I am. Here's the ceiling. Here's a pack out. It's clipped into the ceiling. So, what I want to show is how strong it is and what's going to fail first.
Are you going to fit on the stopwatch? Oh, this is...
Some children may be harmed. Watch. So, take your sweater off.
Okay.
And all I want you to do is I'm going to hold your weight. There's a handle and there's this side. You put your fingers on it and you basically try to pull yourself up.
Okay.
And I'll be over here.
This is...
Let me know if I need to adjust it.
No, where?
Do I need to pull it back this way? Okay, hold on to the ladder.
This is...
Okay. Grab the handle. Go up one more step. Is it too much? You're fine.
It's shaking.
Okay.
Okay. Do not move the ladder.
No. All right. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I promised her cookies. Okay. You don't have to go all the way to that one, remember? Hold on to the handle, hold on to the packet. Right? I'm gonna put my arm around you, right? And then I'm moving the ladder. Right? Okay, you can't put your feet on the ladder. That defines the
Please let go of me.
Right? No feet can touch the ladder, correct?
Don't let go of me.
Let's see you.
No.
I got you.
No.
Yeah, so this is probably not the best idea. So let's go ahead and change the way this works. Okay. Cut. Would you believe that the second I finally got that thing to work, that the battery died? Still up there. Then her mom came out and said, "What the hell are you doing?" So we're gonna do something. I don't know. Somebody look up the weight. But here's what I got. This about weighs as much as a kid. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hoist the tire up on here. What do you think about that? Tire and rim. So we should have just put this on a frickin' Packout. I'm sure Ocean will love this. So, no trickery. These are the Kaizen feet. Kaizen cleats, Kaizen. Oh, I'm a little delusional right now. But that's hanging. Let's go look. Come here. So, that's hanging from there and the handle. So we're not worried right now. I would say that little spot or that little spot before we were to get anything to fail. Now you can see, this is what I said when I was talking with Nate, is you can see it flexing. And that's because this thing is being held in by the center of those parts, which are only so strong, but as you can see, it doesn't have to be out of some crazy material. That's just HDPE machined. There you go. So why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Before we kill the pack out, I'm going to, so that you don't think I'm doing any crazy footwork, I'm going to re-support that and I'm going to move it over to the brackets that I 3D printed. So you can watch all this fun. But I'll fast forward it. I will do that because I'm going to take a couple pictures for Instagram. Okay, so you could see, right? You saw all that. I fast forwarded because I was doing some stuff for Instagram, but you saw all that. No trickery. I don't know if these are going to work. I think they're fine. They're individually. There's 4 screws instead of 5. They're solid 3D printed instead of like a 30% infill or a 60% infill. So I'm going to slide the pack out of the way, and I'm going to gently let the tire go, and we'll see what happens. And then we're going to try to destroy it. Because let's see what fails first, the bracket or the pack out. Okay, so there you see it. If your 3D printed parts are failing, it's not because it's necessarily 3D printed. It's because there was a mistake, which happens, or it's because the person doesn't use a high enough infill, or you're just exceeding. Now, that, again, that tire has to weigh more than anything you can put in that pack out. My opinion, if you were to take out all the bins and CNC some lead or some depleted uranium, sure, I'm betting you could probably get a lot of weight in there. Last time I checked on the market, depleted uranium was pretty expensive. But, yeah, that's just crazy talk. So, let's see when they break. I am going to just pick it up and let it go. Well, hold on. You're going to see a bunch of pausing here for a second because I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm going to fast forward it because I'm going to go ahead and videotape this for the rest of the world. Okay, so yeah, let's see what happens. 3D printed. I'm an idiot. With a jig ball, ratchet strap, dropping the tire. So, I do some stupid things. And honestly, you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't want to see some stupid things. But this was pretty epic. Let's see that in slow motion now. Okay, so watch this. Specifically watch what starts bending first. I'm going to play it at 2 different speeds. You can see where the handle is, it started moving first. And then it just pulled. And then, of course, failure, right? Again, watch it. So the part furthest from the camera, you'll see it sort of tweak down a little bit first, which means that's where the weight was first. And later when I show you pictures of the box, it'll make sense. And then, boom, the front is completely disconnected. You can't see it, but that's what's happening. And now the back is. Right? 1, look at how well Packouts bounce. And 2, to me it sounds like the bell tolls. So, all I can think of is a little bit of Metallica. Oh yeah, breaking the Packout. So, let's take the camera. Let's show. So we lost the little teeny lips that stick out. Okay, so that's the 3D printed option, and that was a full wheel and tire. No editing. Let's look at the Packout. So, there, look at this. Look. That's what I wanted to show. I don't care that those broke. I'd say if a customer called me and said, hey, I hung a wheel and tire combo from the Packout and it broke, I would go, well, too bad. Why'd you hang a wheel and tire from it? So if I do this correctly, if I line this up, okay, so you can see where the back broke completely, the Packout is 100% intact. And I'm betting that's because you've got this corner here, okay? Here in the center, you can see the way this thing, I think these are considered what, blow molded? The way that thing's blow molded. Let's open this thing up. Let's see. Did it go all the way through? Oh, that's just weird. Yeah, okay, there's the crack. There's the crack. So can you see the crack there? So, my hypothesis is if the bin was stronger, it would have stayed, or it would have broken the bin more. But I think it flexed. That broke. Now, I might go ahead and try to throw it up there and try to break this the rest of the way. I don't know if it's really fair, but I guess we can see if the feet or the cleats hold up. But as you can see, if no one's going to be doing that. That's just crazy. So here, let's go ahead. Let's put it back together. Let's remount it. I'm going to zoom out for you guys. I have it rigged from the back side of this Packout now. Okay. So, what do you think is going to break? The bracket or the Packout? You guys saw the last one, so start commenting. You know what happened, so what's going to happen now? Because I'm going to do it. I'm sending it, and I just want to see what breaks. Ohio Power Tool gave me the Packout. So at this point, it's still usable. I can keep it, and I could photo it and like be like, oh, and then like leave it all hanging. But I'm not going to do that. I want to see this thing break. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick it up again, and I'm gonna let go. And we're gonna just see where it breaks. You guys ready? Maybe I shouldn't stand under it. Probably not a good idea. All right, let's see. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, this Packout is officially destroyed. Can you see that? I'd say Milwaukee has made a strong product. I'd say that I'm gonna need a lot of glue to put that together. So even though it was mounted by the back and the force went down, let's see, I think, what type of carnage did we do to the bracket? I think we did some. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's a bracket. Let's hold it in space. There we go. So, yeah, you can break the bracket. And I didn't do this to point out that someone's product was better or worse. What I wanted to prove was, what can the Packout handle? And the answer is, the Packout broke on the 3D printed one. I found this on the ground, but you can see nowhere. And I'm gonna post some photos. I'll take it down. I'm gonna post some photos side by side. I'll put it on my Instagram. But that is, you can see it's not breaking at the layers. It's just the strength of PETG. Okay. This is HDPE, and you can see how thin that is there. Not a fault, not a problem. I used an already broken Packout, and I'm wondering if I add another one and I mount that. So Ohio Power to a comment, if you want to give me another Packout to break, or if somebody wants to PayPal me 40 bucks or whatever these cost, I'll break another one. I'll mount. I have some of these for myself, but you know, honestly, for the sake of science. But if I don't know what his name is, Pimp My Packout, you guys know. If somebody wants to send me a set of the CNC aluminum ones, I'll buy the Packout myself and I'll do the same thing. But what I wanted to show you is that you're not gonna break the bracket, you're gonna break the Packout. And if it's breaking, it's because it's a lower infill. And yes, this was solid, right? And I dropped a tire off of it, a wheel and tire. So there you go. Packout, lost. Bracket, I'd say, was sort of a, what's a sports thing, because I'm not a sports. How about not a sports? The Packout brackets are claiming no contest. I'll get some photos, head over to my Instagram, it's at the Jake of All. You can see those closer there. I'll try to put some in this end of this video for like some 5 seconds of each so you guys can compare. But appreciate you all watching. Brian at Kaizen Foam, your product is damn strong. It held up in my book. I'd say if somebody's doing that and they try to call you for a warranty claim, they're crazy. And the rest of y'all that watch my videos, keep watching. I've got a whole bunch more stuff on the way. I have been busy. I apologize if I haven't been doing as many tool related videos, but we've been trying to have some fun time with the kids. Got the X-Max video that came out. We got a sweet, like almost 1/5 scale RC truck. But I've got some stuff going in the pipeline for the fan, the Milwaukee fan, M18 fan. They're working great, and in fact, the brackets are doing good, and I'm not gonna honestly change the bracket unless somebody comes up with an amazingly different, better way to do it. And yeah, that's about it. So I appreciate y'all watching. I'm the Jake of All, and it's time to pack out. See ya.